much worried that you won't be productive? If you are, then most probably you're not sure about the job you're doing, or you don't trust the employer to pay your dues at the end of the month. Or maybe simply you don't trust yourself enough. Simply toss productivity at work out and breathe, relax. Yes, productivity at work is important, but it's not as important as you are. Try to pick a system that works for you and breathe. It's a process of trial and error. You'll learn eventually, but for now, let's go. If you have a relaxed mindset, you will produce oil. But if you are always thinking about productivity at work, you may lose your nerve. So don't be worrying too much about productivity at work. If you are an entrepreneur or very self-driven individual, you may always think about how to achieve your desired vision. Thus, you get trapped in the world of imagination and may produce very little work. Instead of thinking too much about your vision or future, simply concentrate on the task at hand. For example, if you need to take 1,000 steps to reach a destination, thinking about your summit will not get things done. Instead, ensure your productivity at work by taking just one step right now, forget the rest. Then repeat and keep taking one step at a time until you reach your destination. Productivity at work is easy. Simply make it easier for you to handle and you are done. Do you have a habit of saying yes to everyone? If you have, you know in your heart that you are saying no to yourself all the time. You can't do everything that people ask you or request you to do. You are human and you have limited time during your work hours. And if you say yes to every tiny and important things, how can you ensure your productivity at work? Instead of saying yes, learn to say no gracefully. Use phrases like this: I would really like to do whatever you are telling me, but my plate is too full. I won't be able to take that right now. By looking in the mirror, then you will understand by saying no to the priorities of others, you are saying yes to yourself, and as a result, you'll be able to dramatically increase your productivity at work. Have you ever received any advice from people that multitasking is good? If you have, then it is prudent not to follow it. Why? Because multitasking is a myth and old skill of productivity at work. If you pay attention, you will see that in any given moment, mind can concentrate on only one thing. If you can increase your attention on that one thing for the same time, you will achieve focus and ultimately flow. But if you are constantly jumping from one task to another, which one will get done? Here is the simple answer: none. Instead of trying to achieve too much within a short span of time, do less and concentrate on one thing at a time. When you make calls, just focus on making calls, not on the next activity that you're supposed to do. When you instruct your employees, just instruct. Do not worry about your work at that time. This is a habit that you should practice. If you practice one thing at a time, productivity at work will reach much higher than you ever imagined. Yes, social media helps you to get connected with other people, to increase your network, and to connect with people who can help you enhance your business. But do you also know that it significantly affects your workload and productivity at work? We should be able to remember one or more times when we are doing work and simply getting distracted by social media pop-up or notification. Best way is to block the social media during the time you work. Set a time block, maybe an hour of a day, when all you do is just social networking. Nothing else. This is the way that can increase your productivity at work. Taking no breaks and taking too many breaks, both are extremes. It's true that if you want to improve your productivity at work, then taking breaks are necessary. You need to take some breaks during the work to get refreshed and rejuvenated, but not too many that you get distracted along the way. The best advice is to schedule your breaks before taking it. You may plan it out like this. Take a break after you do your desired task, then start your next most important task for the day. After brunch break, then start your third most important task and then take another break. After the break, handle all your emails and set most important task for the next day and go home. Take breaks is like musical notes. If you don't give pause in between, music will not make any sense. But if you give too much pause, you will lose your audience. Every distracted person on earth have it. Do you have it too? If you have it, you should know that every few minutes you go to your inbox and refresh it to check whether there is any new email awaiting for your attention or not. This is one of the most worst things which will kill your productivity at work. The best way to deal with is to close the tabs and if possible then turn off the net connection during the period when you work. And to eradicate this problem, set 2 blocks of time per day. Maybe for an hour when you will check and respond to emails and no more. It will help you to focus on the task at hand and increase your productivity at work. How do you ensure your ultra productivity at work? Simply by keeping things at the right place. For example, if you come to work and see your desk is full of mess with papers, files, paperwork, to make things work, you need to clear out the desk and then you can start working. Why don't you do this instead? Make your desk clean, keep nothing on the desk, keep only those things that you absolutely need to get the first most important things done. Yes, not even your cell phone, if it is not required. Along with clarity of mind, you need clarity of visuals to ensure your productivity at work. The most productive people on earth are those who set their tasks even before the day begins. Now what will happen if you don't? You need to spend at least first half hour of your day to figure out what to do during the day, and quite often then you wouldn't be distracted by people coming to the office and saying good morning. Instead, you can set yourself up for the day. You can set your most important task even before you came to the office. So you will know the first thing to start working on for the day. Best is to set most important task for the day on the previous day. This final tip is recommended by the author of Success Principles, Jack Canfield. Also make sure that your most important task shouldn't exceed more than 5. If you do this, you will be ahead of the most of your peers in ensuring productivity at work. This is the single most significant factor which will kill your productivity at work. Once you reach office, the most important thing to do is to start your most important task for the day right away. In the time between reaching office and starting to work increases, the chances of productivity at work that day dramatically decreases. So the best way to start right away with your work is to set your most important task for the day right before you leave the office on the previous day. So that's all for this video. Comment down below if you have any recommendation or something, and I will see you guys next time.